Okay.
This meeting is being recorded. Continue. Oh, okay. So you're recording it?
Yes, ma'am. So don't say anything you don't want nobody here.
Okay, so you're gonna send us the recording after. Okay, got it.
Okay, so we're gonna go to my classes. Which one are y'all in the BCS 100, right? Is it which y'all's class?
Sorry, we were on mute. Yes.
Okay. That's the wrong class. Okay, so this is my class, which is your class as well. If you look down here, each week there was a come on, look for me, please. You don't want to load for me. Come on. Recording in progress. I apologize for this, but it's just so slow. Come on. This is awful. I'm sorry, guys. Just be patient when we get there. Give us some more. Okay. Okay, so starting on week 2, we had, like when you see these right here, the collaborative projects, this is just you building your project. So right here, you're supposed to schedule your first group meeting. So if you haven't done that, or tonight, we can use that as our first group meeting. Just go in there and put you met tonight. And then that way you get, you'll get credit for that. It won't get you any points, but at least I could say, yeah, they're participating. That makes sense?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, and then you're supposed to do your second group meeting. So again, since it's a short, if y'all want to meet tomorrow, to start working on your group project, you can do that and just use it as your second group meeting. It doesn't matter if you didn't get to start at the beginning of the term. I'm just trying to give everybody a chance, because this is a new thing to everybody, and so I'm not going to be hard on people. Okay, so then it comes down here, and then it's like collaborative project health record part 3, your source. So if I click on this, now when everybody say they met, everybody has to do this separately. Not one person in the group can say, okay, we met on this day. Everybody has to go in and say we met on this day for each week. Okay, so it's telling you right here, it's saying, okay, if I can get us to move over in this corner. Okay. Y'all still there? Okay. If you can see, it said your team works in office of a new multi-physician clinic. You have been tasked with setting up your patient records, so need to make a recommendation to the physicians about the content of the clinic's legal health records. You will also need to ensure that all physicians and staff will accurately use the health record in the future. So you decide to create a policy on the use of health records in the clinic. Okay, so it said you can learn more about this project by selecting this link. Okay, so and before we get to that, it says first, you want to identify your group leader. So whoever wants to take the lead of your group, you identify that person as your group leader. Okay, then we are like determine your meeting schedule. So we met tonight, and
if you want to be the leader.
And Nasha can also, the group leader will determine the meeting schedule. So if y'all meet tomorrow, I don't know if anybody goes to church or whatever you do. So you got until Monday at 11:59 Eastern time to turn this in. Okay, so don't be panicking and biting your nails.
Monday at like 2 days?
Monday, coming up Monday, it will be the last day of the term.
Okay.
Okay, so then you're going to determine which group members will be responsible for which portion. So you guys will open the document here where it says BCS 100 health record policy document, and you will divide the responsibilities between you 4 people or 3.
Okay. I think it's 4.
I thought it was 4 too, but I don't know what happened. I don't see the 4th person. I see myself, you, Precious, Tasha. Is it Tasha or Tasha?
It's Tashia.
Oh, okay. See, honey, forgive me saying. Now my niece's name, her speech about her name, not call her Tasha like that. That's pretty though. Okay, and then Nisha, so y'all can divide the responsibility between each other and then determine what deadlines that you would have. Now, actually, this was supposed to be submitted the second day, so don't pay attention to that right now because we don't have time to do that. So we're going to just go ahead and say we done it, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we're going to click on the hyperlink here.
Okay, I have a question. So the hyperlink is supposed to be turned in before midnight of Monday?
Well, this hyperlink is going to give you the instructions, okay, how it's supposed to look. So I suggest that when you turn it in, if it's more feasible, you can do a Word document and describe what the legal health record is. Or you can do a PowerPoint if that makes it easier.
Okay, and where can I find this at? Under week 2, week 3, where?
Well, yeah, week 2. It's under week 2. So, okay, so then we're going to go here. Look, I already got it published right there. We're going to open it. I will be buying me a new computer. It'll load here momentarily here. But when you get the instructions that are loading, the first thing you want to do is to have someone in the group to define what legal health records is. That would be your second slide. So when you do your PowerPoint or whatever you decide to do, that would be your first piece. You will give your group a name, like you're going to name your doctor's practice. You can name it whatever you want, if it's a pediatrics or OBGYN or whatever. You can name it yourself. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. Let's go to here to the directions. Okay, your team works in the office in the new multi-physician clinic. We already read that. You will be completing the assignment as a group. Your grade on this policy is made up of 2 parts. 80% of your grade is on the policy your group creates, and every group member will get the same grade on this part of the assignment. 20% of the grade will be based on feedback on your participation in the group from your group member. Follow the steps below to complete this assessment. Okay. Okay, so now it's going to say, these are the 4 pieces, or 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to say the policy explains what the clinic defines as a legal health record. So somebody can do this piece and define what legal health records is. So you can go to our library and look up legal health records and give a definition and make sure you cite your work. And also put it in your own words so that you won't be plagiarizing. So you can give a definition so somebody can do that part. Then the second part is the policy includes detailed description of how the clinic would handle these 3 types of record. So somebody can do the second part and elaborate on how you will handle these 3 types of record. The first record is a designated record set. That's one. Electronic health records, and then personal health records. Now, when you do a PowerPoint, you want to make sure you understand that you can put bullet points. Nothing is narrative in a PowerPoint. So you would create a PowerPoint and somebody would say what they want to use the designated health record for. Somebody would say what they want to do with the electronic health record and who has access to that. And then the next part would be personal health record. What does that include? Okay, so you distinguish between all 3 of these components, telling me in your slides what all of these different kinds of records mean and how they are used. Any questions? Okay. Then C, the policy addresses which documents and data will comprise your clinic legal health record and justify why. Okay, so when it says comprise, how will this be implemented? How are you going to implement this policy? In other words, everybody has to adhere to this policy. If they don't, you will be out of compliance with HIPAA or Medicare or whoever it may be. So you have to write a policy to address how you're going to implement this policy. Any question? Okay. The policy is a minimum of 2 pages in length. The policy is submitted as a Microsoft Word document in the standard Calibri 11-point font with 1-inch margins. Now, it's telling you that you can do a Microsoft Word document. You can do it that way if it's easier. But I just told people they can choose to do a PowerPoint if they wanted to. So some people are doing both. However, if you want to do a Word document, open up Microsoft Word, type up what your part is and add it to everybody else's part, you can do that. You can use these type of sources. You can use your textbook. You can use articles from your library. You can use videos to put in your provided in the course. You can use appropriate, credible articles or books, and you can use academically appropriate and credible videos. So you got all kinds of sources you can use to do this policy manual. Okay, number 3 said to ensure you are not plagiarizing, make sure you cite your references when you refer to them in the PowerPoint. Also include a reference page at the end of the policy. Okay, so how many people on this group tonight understand what number 3 is telling you?
I think you were saying, were you saying plagiarizing or something like that?
I was telling you, okay, if you plagiarizing is when you steal in work from another source and don't give the author his credit. So you have to put everything that you use as a resource in your own words. In other words, you have to paraphrase everything. Then at the end of that paragraph or sentence, you're going to put the author's parentheses, then the author's last name, comma, and the year that he wrote the article, close the parentheses, and put a period at the end of that sentence or paragraph to show how you gave that author the credit. Okay?
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. We have an APA guide in their Canvas, and I'm going to show you how to use it so that way you won't be so confused. Okay. Okay, then it says review the rubric at the end of the document to see how your work will be graded. Okay. So let's go to the rubric. Now this was part 2, but this is just like a, just your sources, what you found to use for your sources. You can also download like I did. I can put this in I can send this to you guys, this Word document to you guys so you can have it.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna go down here. Now, when you first formulate your project, you can put your rough draft in here for the 4th week. That's just showing how much you got done, and if you need any feedback from me to say let's add this, let's take away this, or whatever. 5 weeks, you'll do the final copy, which is what you'll be working on at the end. And then when you open up the final copy, two hours later. Come on. Okay, this is the final copy. And it should be a rubric at the end down here. Still loading. Well, it's not showing the rubrics. I don't know why it's not. Maybe it's on the next part. This is where you'll submit your final copy, but then you'll have a peer review evaluation that you would do, and you have to rate each other. You have to say, well, everybody get rated by your evaluation, and everybody else get evaluated by the next person. It's not showing the rubrics in here. I don't understand. Let's go back to the previous. Well, they didn't put the rubrics in here. I don't understand. So, that's crazy. So let's go back up here so I can find the rubrics. Pencil. That rubrics is very important that you can follow that because you'll know what to do. Okay. Well, I know they didn't take it out of here. Try another class because this is weird. Don't you just hate technology?
Sometimes.
Somebody leave?
No, no, I don't know. Let me see. Okay. I don't think I did. Oops. Did I do that?
I'm on open.
Oh yeah, she left.
Oh, Naisha.
She'll probably come back.
Okay.
Do y'all will you use your student email? Like if I email you from your student email, do y'all get your emails?
On the Canvas.
If we go through Outlook.
Oh, Outlook. Oh, you talking about Microsoft?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm not. Well, I have two accounts, so I have to log in the student one instead of my original one that they have for me. I mean that I have for school. So I'm gonna have to get that set up.
Yeah, because we use the student Daymore email systems so much, and that's the reason why it takes us longer to
Okay.
respond, because if we don't see your email unless we log into Canvas. And I mean,
Okay,
sometimes
so
we do.
is the Canvas just something extra?
Well, it's kind of connected to the Outlook, but sometimes we're used to being in the Outlook, and then if you message me through Canvas, I will get it, but I might not get it right then and there.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Okay, so let me see it's in this class here. Okay, I'm going to kill this thing. She's back.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know how I got it, just unconnected me. It might have been my Wi-Fi.
It could have been.
Right.
I had sent you a direct message.
On like messages.
On Zoom.
Oh.
Oh, I will tell you this too. If you don't have Microsoft Teams, download it.
Microsoft.
You
I
wanna-
have Microsoft Teams.
if you got Microsoft Teams, that's where everything would be from now on. It won't be any more meetings with Google Hangouts or Zoom. They changed that for us, and we will not be able to use that.
Okay.
Okay, again, let's see real quick.
Okay, I just downloaded it. Well, it's downloading.
You should be able to log into it with your student email and your password that created you, or you recreated from Daymar. You should be able to do that.
Okay, so well, after we hang up here, we should plan our meeting tomorrow and then get it all done tomorrow.
And I mean, you've got the time, yes, you know.
Okay.
Well, I don't understand why it's not
I
showing.
really want to.
Well, we can do it tonight too.
Y'all young people, you're not old like I am.
Okay,
Do it
yeah,
tonight.
so after this, we can
You want
text
to do
each
it
other.
tonight? Tasha or Nasha, who
Yeah.
said
Uh-huh.
I'm fine with that.
So yes, after this, I already have Precious's number. So if you just send your number on Canvas, we can make a group chat, and then we can just figure it out.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, guys, it's not going to rubrics. I will find it and upload it to you, but the rubrics has different grading components. So it's like, say, the first part of your presentation would be worth 80%. So if you don't meet all the criteria in that 80%, then you will not get 80% of that. Okay. Then the next part will give you at least 10%. And then there was another 10% block that you will have to meet. So all those components add up to 100 points. So everybody will be graded separately on what you submit through your group project. And there's an evaluation form under the final copy link where you go to week 5. And the evaluation thing is for you to use to rate everybody in your group. How they perform, how they helped. Did they help you well? Whatever. That's the thing that you do, and you upload that to the evaluation part. And then that way you would have the evaluation would count as 20% of that person's grade. So if that person didn't pull their weight and they didn't do what they're supposed to, they're not gonna get the whole 20%.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, I had did the evaluation form already, and I was being honest on my participation. So I
Is
guess
that
I
what
did it
that
too
was?
early.
No, Tasha, you was in another group though. I'm sorry, I keep saying her name.
You said what?
What, you in another group?
I think I was. That's why I'm kind of confused over here.
Why don't you just be in this group and then reevaluate? Even though you did work for them, it can still count that you did your little work that you did for them, but just evaluate this group because you're in the meeting, and that way you know who you're dealing with.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to, that's up to you. I'm just trying to make it easier for you, because at least you have a group to collaborate with. You see what I'm saying?
With us, and then we can get it. We'll do it right after we get off of this. We can get it all done, and then not like we're not like you're doing it all by yourself.
Right.
And then whatever part you did for the other group, just add it to this group.
Okay.
Okay, that makes sense.
Mhm.
I'm just trying to get you,
Yeah.
so that you don't have to feel alone. And you got somebody to talk to and chat with in Microsoft Teams, because once you get your team, Microsoft Team loaded, you have a chat room and y'all can chat all night. And always put me in your chat so I can see what's going on, okay?
Okay.
All right, so that's all I have. If you need any more advice when you do your chats, I can be in the chat room. I mean, I might not always answer you back, but if you say Miss Anders, like you can say at Miss Anders, we need to ask you a question, and I could go into the chat room and I can also chat with you. All right?
Okay.
All
Yes,
right.
ma'am.
Okay, everybody good?
Yeah.
All right. Much love from me.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right, guys.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna try to. Okay, let me press end.